And here we go. Game 1 in a best of 3 featuring TNG versus Penguin Bob and the Uninstalls for Helix Gamers League Heroes of the Storm Midseason Invitational on Infernal Shrines. This will be game 1 of the grand finals. Normally I'd ask Mystic what his favorite band is here, but I'm going to just go ahead and throw out Kerrigan now. Dahaka also a strong band. We did see PBU ban Dahaka last game, and they're hovering it now, so maybe that's maybe they're going to stick with that tried and true. We don't want to give you Dahaka on this map. I will say that PBU almost had a fight go south on them with ETC stage diving in from the top lane, so getting rid of a global is not a bad idea, and Dahaka is indeed the first ban we're going to see on the side of PBU. Now, TNG always comes up with some weird stuff lately. Interesting stuff that just like blows your mind kind of thing. I've seen them play a couple of different comps on Infernal Shrines, so I'm not even going to try to guess at what they're going to pick here. We're just going to see what they come out with. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Sylvanas ban, though, after PBU's performance last game. I also would not be surprised to see a KT or a Jaina ban. Johanna also good here. There's a number of games that they could choose to, or a number of heroes, rather, they could choose to ban in this match. So we'll just have to wait and see what they end up getting rid of first. They are getting close to the end of that time. And ETC. All right, so no global, no mosh pit, no nothing. TNG has banned, I think they've banned ETC in all of their matches today. Let's just flip back a page real quick. ETC. Yep. And Sylvanas first pick. So PBU deciding, hey, you know what? We did really good with Sylv last game. We're going to keep that streak alive. So Sylvanas, similar pick for PBU and ETC, the same ban TNG has done all day long. Not that that's a bad ban. ETC is super strong right now. With the recent variant nerfs, I'd probably call ETC the strongest tank in the game. And Ragnaros Malfurion going to be the first picks from TNG. If you leave Ragnaros through the first ban phase, he will get picked, and there is Mystic's proof about that. And back over to PBU. Based on last game with Sylvanas, I could see them going maybe Rhaegar, Jaina. That would work out nicely. I don't know if you want to go no tank into the next ban phase or not. You could get forced into a tank you're not really looking for. We'll just have to see how they do this. Rhaegar Diablo. I was half right and half wrong. They did go Diablo last game, and that was also very successful. So picking up your healer and your tank, leaving just your damage left is actually not a bad situation to be in. You could go double mage. You could go mage thrall. You could go mage Sonya again. All good choices for PBU. And we are up to TNG's ban. Not sure what they'd ban here. Could ban some damage. Say maybe I don't want to kill Thos. Maybe I don't want to let him have the possibility of Gul'dan. Gul'dan's super strong right now. And Gul'dan actually works pretty well with APOC. So you can APOC him. You can kill them all or do as much as you can. And then you can immediately fear out of the APOC stun for another big chunk of CC. You can also Hellfire into APOC. Still too random for my personal opinion. I wouldn't run Hellfire, but I've seen a couple people do it, and they're going to ban the Tassadar. No shields for you, PBU. That's not a bad ban. Tassadar is still super, super strong in the meta. So not surprised that that is one of the bands they went with. And all right, PBU Hovering Muradin is their band choice. That actually makes a little bit of sense, seeing as how we don't currently have a tank on the side of TNG. Kind of like the Varian band better personally. All right, and we are going to stick with the Varian band. We saw TNG use Varian very, very decisively earlier today. So that's actually a good choice in my opinion. And TNG looking to pick two more heroes. All right, so Jaina, solid pick here. And Zeratul, look out, boys. Wow. The only thing missing from that is a mosh pit, but I like that. Jaina, Ring of Frost coming out of the Void Prison just can completely wreck teams. So that's actually a really good choice. I would not be surprised to see PBU maybe looking at like a Zarya or even a Medivh, something to try to save you when that Sulfura Smash comes crushing down on you after the Void Prison into Ring of Frost. PBU taking their time and really thinking through what they want to do here. And Alarak Li Ming. All right. Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of Li Ming here. It's hard to get her damage in on the people around the shrines, but the resets can be real and can make the difference. And Johanna is the tank that we're going to see TNG go with. So, good draft. Solid drafts on both sides. Depending on the Zeratul play, I think that's going to set the tone for TNG. Looking back at my notes, I don't recall them drafting a Zeratul in Helix Gamers League. Doesn't mean they don't know it, just means I have not seen them run it. Yep. I'm not seeing it anywhere in my notes. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and move on. We have Thermic on the Sylvanas. For the red team, PBU, we have Thermic on the Sylvanas. Arduous Bow for Alarak. Arumis playing the Diablo. Penguin Bob on the Li Ming. And Full of Pathos on the Rhaegar. For TNG on the blue team, we do have a Taro playing that Jaina. Paxtus on the Zeratul, Workhorse on the Malfurion, Grim on the Ragnaros, and Stu Manchu on the Johanna. Two interesting drafts. I'm going to have to give a slight edge, I think, to TNG if their Zeratul can deliver the goods. I think that's probably what we're going to see this come down to. If not, PBU may actually win this game off of them. We'll have to see how that goes. Not a ton of wave clear on the side of PBU, though. The shrines may be a challenge for them. We'll have to see how that goes. I mean, there's some, right? Sylvanas does a decent amount. Diablo does. Li Ming can, but using your if the skeletal defenders aren't gathered up, it's not quite as effective. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see how this goes. All right, all set up in the middle of the screen, looking at talents. Does look like we're gonna have all 5 on each team jump out the front gate. No synergy. Yep, no synergy. Just straight up. Let's get it done. All right, Rhaegar going Wolf Run. And Vorpal Blade on Zeratul, which makes sense. Li Ming getting chunked down by that Zeratul, and Diablo taking a ton of damage, and that's going to be a dead Diablo less than 20 seconds in. That stung, I'm sure. Ton of damage came out all at once. With a Zeratul, boys, I don't know if you want to come out that far and be that low. Zeratul putting another huge chunk of damage on Rhaegar and Li Ming. Staying mid, and we do have Ragnaros versus Alarak top lane. That's something I actually kind of expect Ragnaros to win, and he does appear to be doing so right now. What do we have here? A wild Zeratul is rotating up. That is a dead Alarak, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Yep, I was going to say he might have gotten out there, but nope, that was a dead Alarak. You have to look out and always be aware for the Zeratul to rotate on you. That is the power of Zeratul on any map where there are rotations happening. You never quite know where he might show up and destroy you. And with Jaina, Malfuri, and Johanna rotating together as 3, they can clear the waves really effectively. So Zeratul is actually just hunting. Doesn't actually have to go anywhere to specifically clear lanes or anything else. You got Ragnaros top lane doing solo lane duty against Alarak. You got a strong 3-man rotation to clear lanes. Zeratul can just hunt and look to get a kill. He might be doing so again. He is indeed throwing out damage. Not going to be enough to... Well, maybe everybody's stacking up on Diablo. He could die here, and he does indeed die. So Diablo dies for the second time. We do have level 4 talents hitting for TNG. We do have Sylvanas trying to make something happen, but Rhaegar taking a ton of damage. He is going to escape. Johanna's pretty low, but she should escape as well. Oh, Alarak dying to the top lane to Ragnaros and Zeratul, and we do have the shrine starting. Level 4 is picked up for PBU, so we should see some talents coming out there for them. Yes. And Rhaegar, Feral Heart. So Rhaegar going Wolfman build. That's an interesting choice. That could work out well for him. We'll have to see. So far, it seems to be. Ragnaros soloing the shrine right now while we still have a 4-man rotation mid-bottom for the rest of TNG. They do have a 2-level, or let's call it a level and a half lead. However, we do see a little skirmish coming on because PBU decided to grab that bottom camp. That's going to be a dead Sylvanas, and Diablo taking a huge chunk of damage here. He might go down as well. Yes, he does. That's going to be a 2 for nothing. Really close to level 7s, and Ragnaros has successfully soloed the Mortar Punisher top lane, which is going to cause the rest of PBU to back up and try to support it. However, no front wall, and that is going to be keep and a dead Alarak as well. And there we have the dead Alarak. This should be a fort going down too. Punisher's in here by himself. If this fort goes down, we could see an early Molten Core out of Ragnaros here. I know they just hit 7. I want to show you guys talents, but I don't want you to miss any of the action because we do have a little bush party setting up in the bottom of this lane. And, oh, that is going to be a deadly Ming. So sorry you walked right into our ambush. We will kill you now. But Ragnaros taking a ton of damage there. And PBU answering back and saying, it's cool, we'll just kill your solo laner. Alright, so 7s. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Mouth Dig, go cleanse. Good to have. And TNG may not have been able to steal the Fallen Shaman camp on the side of PBU, but they are going to take the Siege Giants. I can't remember their actual name, but we're going to go with Siege Giants because that's the role they fulfill. Ragnaros is back up in the top lane, facing off against Alarak and that group of Fallen Shamans. Doing alright, but taking a bit of damage. Probably needs to get back behind his wall. Ooh, sorry we missed that Sylvanas kill. She probably stepped out a little too far in front, and the 4 members of TNG went, hey, how's it going? We're going to kill you now. A slow by Jaina. Kill with Zeratul floating around. Yeah. Are we going to see Alarak die? No, Alarak did B. We do have heroic abilities available now for TNG with a full 2-level lead on PBU. So Joe going Falling Sword, but we do have Sulfurous Smash, Twilight Dream, Ring of Frost, and Void Prison. So other than the Falling Sword, that's about what I expected everybody to pick. Oh, alright. So TNG is going to set up a little bush party here to... Well, nope. They may just go in. Oh, that's a beautiful Void Prison into the Ring of Frost, into the Falling Sword. Everything but Sulfurous Smash. And that's going to be 2 dead on the side of PBU. That was a well-executed wombo there, starting off with Zeratul's Void Prison. And that will cost Rhaegar and Diablo their lives. Diablo's still not at 100 souls. Decent amount of damage on Li Ming. If and when Zeratul gets rewind, Li Ming will be killed in a single port in by that Zeratul. And we have an Arcane Punisher pushing mid. Now, because it's Arcane, I do expect more members of TNG to push with this. Zeratul's still bottom lane, kind of being an annoyance. But it looks like he's coming up. The Punisher has successfully taken down the wall. And again, if we can get this fort down soon enough, I would not be surprised to see Ragnaros pop his Molten Core on it immediately. And use that offensively. Zeratul killing that Li Ming solo in the bottom lane while the rest of his team does push the middle lane. Punisher is going to go ahead and jump over. And it looks like TNG is going to be happy with just possibly taking this wall and then backing out. Nope, not even the whole wall, but they did take a huge portion of that wall. Oh, alright. Somebody called for a re-engage, and they're going. Alarak pretty low, and he's going to die to Sulfurous Smash. Alright, so TNG backing out now. I'm okay. Ooh, or not. Changed our man, just kidding. And we do have the Falling Sword, Ring of Frost combo out of the Void Prison. That's going to be 3 members dead, leaving only Li Ming alive. Alarak did just spawn, but I would expect the keep to go down here. And if this keep goes down, this could definitely be game. Ragnaros, there's no reason he can't Molten Core on that keep as soon as it goes down to finish. Li Ming taking a ton of damage from Zeratul. 13s are out. And is the call going to be stay and win or back out? And there's the Molten Core, so we are going in. And I would not be surprised to see game finish here. 10s are finally available for PBU, though. So we might actually see a couple kills. APOC coming out and getting some value. Johanna going down. It does look like the rest of TNG will be able to escape, or they're certainly going to try. Oh, and on the retreat, a kill on Rhaegar. That was great Blizzard by Jaina, enabling them to escape and to keep PBU from pushing too hard on them. So a lot of value there. The keep is down mid lane. Couple of kills out on both sides. Top lane shrine is spawning, and we are going to have everybody up. And by the time this shrine spawns, or by the time they get up there, we should have most heroic abilities up as well. Zeratul scouting out and looking to maybe get a kill here on Sylvanas. Does a decent amount of damage to her, getting her pretty low, but Rhaegar healing her up right away. Alright, everything but APOC and Wailing Arrow is now available for both teams. Both teams have picked up their Fallen Shaman camps. And TNG is going to go ahead and start the shrine while the rest of PBU migrates up towards the shrine. Oh, and there's another Void Prison, Falling Sword, Ring of Frost, and the Sulfurous Smash. Everything hitting. And that's going to be a triple kill. Diablo, Rhaegar, and Alarak. Rhaegar did go Bloodlust. That's going to be a dead Li Ming. Sylvanas really low. Diablo did have 100 souls, so he is back up already, but not going to be too tanky since he lost all his souls. The rest of TNG discussing whether they should take the shrine, push in. Decisions that you have to make when you're up 3 levels and you wipe most of the other team. But death timers are so low, I'm not sure pushing in at this point makes a whole lot of sense. You got some value, you're taking out the wall. Now being 3-on-5 might be the time, but Zeratul coming in from behind, looking to get a kill on Sylvanas, gets her really low. Able to get out, baits out both the APOC as well as the... Ooh, Rhaegar going wolf mode and getting a kill there. Oh, that was great timing on Sylvanas' part. Stu Manchu diving really deep on that Johanna, but then dying. Alright. That was a lot to take in all at one time. We did have PBU picking up 3 more kills against TNG. But Ragnaros pushed the shrine and did pick up a Punisher. So PBU is going to have to clean up a Punisher while Malfurion and Ragnaros grab as many camps as they can for TNG. And maybe even pick up this fort bottom lane. Ragnaros certainly wants it. Malfurion's starting the camp. Okay. This seems to be working out for him, and that's, you know, not a bad thing. They can get a lot of value out of splitting this up. Sylvanas finally coming down to deal bottom lane with Ragnaros after getting most of that fort down. Go ahead and show level 16 talents. So, as much of the map that can be painted blue is now blue. Zeratul with a huge Void Prison, Falling Sword, Ring of Frost, Sulfurous Smash. That's going to... Wow, everybody popping everything, and there are a number of kills going on. 2 for 1 right now, 2 for 2. Both teams getting some kills. Diablo trying with the Li Ming resets to pick off another one. Jaina's going to go down there. But Zeratul in the back line making short work of that entire back line. Diablo will go down here, and that will be 5 for 3. TNG finishing that out ahead. But Zeratul's not going to be enough to finish the core solo. So picking up the tower, clearing the way to the keep front wall with Malfurion. I would not be surprised to see them invade PBU's Fallen Shaman camp, but nope, they're going to stay and they're going to work on the bottom keep wall of PBU. 16s are picked up for PBU now. Go ahead and leave those on the screen for a second, then close that down until 20. Zeratul and Malfurion may have overstayed their welcome bottom lane. Malfurion taking a lot of damage. Li Ming popping her Disintegrate Beam and getting the resets. Zeratul will be able to escape, but not having a healer for 45 more seconds may cost TNG this shrine. Although Void Prison is up in 3 seconds, Falling Sword is up, Sulfurous Smash is up, and Ring of Frost is up. So with a good Void Prison by the Zeratul, which he looks like he's setting up for, we could have another wipe on the side of... Oh, yeah. That's definitely setting up for a Void Prison in the back line. Here it comes. Oh, but before it can happen, Zeratul deleted. Oh, the turnaround was real. Diablo going crazy. And that's going to be a dead Zeratul. Sulfurous Smash was used, but not really killing anybody. I think it did cause a little bit of damage. Nothing to really be worried about, especially since Rhaegar was up and available. And an Arcane Punisher pushing middle lane for the first time for PBU here. TNG immediately baiting that over the wall, and everybody looking to skirmish. Johanna taking a ton of damage. Molten Core is popped, and that should be the end of the Arcane Punisher. That's a solid defense by TNG. Ton of damage going out. Sylvanas really low, but is going to escape. So that was a great defense. TNG losing only the front wall. And PBU backing off and looking at what they want to do next. 19 versus 17, so neither team has a talent tier advantage. But TNG getting really close to the level 20s. PBU looking to engage here possibly. No, they're going to let TNG take their camp. Oh, there's the Void Prison, followed by Falling Sword, everything. Ring of Frost, Sulfurous Smash. That's going to be 2-3 for nothing. Zeratul really low. Rhaegar might be able to pick him off here if he can catch him. Oh, but Zeratul able to stealth and not get picked off by the Rhaegar. Diablo was at 100 souls, so he's back up already, but now he has no souls and looking to possibly die here. That's the problem with Diablo. You come back in 3 seconds, but you have no health and no armor, and you're looking to like just die immediately. So TNG looking to finish here, putting a ton of damage on the core. Rhaegar popping, Bloodlust looking to push people off, but I don't know that they're going to be able to stop this. That core is falling really quickly, and that's going to be game 1 in our best of 3 going over to TNG for the grand finals of Helix Gamers League Mid-Seasonal Invitational Heroes of the Storm Tournament.